Here you go, for sale or redevelopment. What do you think? Could you do something with that? I bet you could. This is Justin back again, looking at some properties in the west end of Cincinnati, Ohio. I used to live here. I used to shoot here a lot. I now live in California, but I'm back visiting, and I thought I would take a look at the old neighborhood to see if anything has changed. And I'm a little surprised to see that not much has changed. There's been a few new buildings that have been rehabbed and look like they're now rented. However, most of these buildings look exactly the same as they did when I left. There's a what do you think of these buildings? Because you can get them for a pretty reasonable price. And I know people, people that work at home, that work remotely. You could own a big ass building and not spend every penny you had on rent or mortgage. There's a little bar. These are buildings that are probably available. Some of them are for sure. Fire station, that fire station's been sold. It is a privately owned place. Those are the kinds of things that you can buy here. This is Freeman Ave. I forgot to mention, we are on Central, famous street in Cincinnati. This was a canal street. In fact, if you look over the building with the arched windows in the middle there, sandwiched in the middle, that was built to service the canals. The canal boats would float up to that, and they would load and unload goods into that building. It's vaulted. It's an extremely thick, heavily built building. I think it might have been an ice house. Take another look. It's called the Mockbee. Now they do art shows there. But it's not looking well, I'll tell you what, it's not looking very expensive, which is great if you're looking for a deal. Crossing Kendall. Another street. Loads of potential. I expected this area to be a bit more gentrified. But it isn't. It looks almost exactly the same, and I think that's it's a good thing and a bad thing, I suppose. If you're it's good because it doesn't drive out all the low income residents. It's also good because if you want to get in here, you can get a deal. It's also good because there's not a lot of rules and restrictions. When you're in a ghetto area like this, that's run down, that's depressed. You don't have a lot of people looking at you and sort of telling you what to do and telling you how to live. It's like these HOAs where you can't do anything. This is the opposite of that. You can do anything you want in a neighborhood like this, and that's one of the magical things about it that you may not realize. This is the street that I used to live on, and so there's a lot of little perks to urban pioneering in a place like that. Look at that thing. A lot of perks to that, and it's if you are burned out on the insane expense of California, this is one of those places. If you have the wherewithal to get here, your income could be the same or close to the same, and your cost of living gets cut in half. I mean, that's the kind of numbers I'm talking about here. Go on Zillow. I challenge you. Go on Zillow and find some properties. find some houses and see what they cost in Cincinnati, Ohio. You'll be shocked. It'll be the ratio will be unbelievably dramatic, and it may make this area look a lot better. All right, this has been Justin, the Renegade Realtor from Coast to West Real Estate and Next Level Properties. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.